Ever wonder what it takes to turn that house into a smart home? Today, we're gonna show you. It's installation day. Let's get to the details. This is where the magic happens. So before I take you throughout the house and show you all the details, let's spend some time in here because this is more important than the cool TVs. Those TVs don't function without this. So hold tight, you're gonna learn something today. We're gonna spend some time focusing on the networking because it's going to be the backbone of your system and the most important part. Without Wi-Fi, we can't function. The kids can't watch their games. The husband and wife can't watch their shows. So let's make sure that our network is reliable. From there, we're gonna go into our controller. This is the brains of the smart home. This is what's sending your commands to your televisions, to your light switches, to your speakers, to your thermostats, to anything that you're going to be controlling. This is a house where we're gonna be doing a lot of audio distribution. What does that mean? We can actually pull audio from the television, send it into a matrix, and mix and master the speakers throughout the house. We are not doing any video distribution here. Every room is going to have its own local source, but the audio can be mixed and matched for entertaining purposes, whether it is a football game that gets played throughout the entire house or your favorite song in all of the rooms, we have those options here. That's what this audio matrix is. Big shout out to Triad. It's one of our preferred matrices. We use Triad and AV Pro Edge for all of our audio and video matrixing. We do have some outdoor amplification, big parties going on in the backyard, so we do have a big amp to power that. Our multi-zone amplifiers to send audio throughout the house, and then we have 2 separate surround sounds. The rack is not completed. We still have a camera system. Let me take that back. We do have our camera system already set up right here at the top, but we do have a switch that is going to be added in a bit and some additional equipment. This is the most important part of your system. This is where majority of the time is going to be spent. I do want to highlight the cable management. As you can see, we still have more cables that have to be laid out, traced, and labeled, but some of it is already done. This you might have seen in other projects where we put a patch panel or a separate rack. Depends on the project, depends on the budget, depends on the time allocated. It's how we determine how our rack is going to be laid out and how it's going to look. But I think that's enough equipment and cables. So we're gonna let Brian and Julio finalize the rack as I take you downstairs. I do wanna highlight that just because you see me, it doesn't mean that there's a full team behind me. Big shout out to all the technicians, the programmers, our designers, our scheduling. We really appreciate it. And you, our subscribers. Without y'all, all this content wouldn't be possible. So thank you. Let's continue with the video. I can't turn on the outdoor speakers just yet, but I do want to highlight that we have an outdoor access point out here to make sure that every single inch of this beautiful backyard is covered with Wi-Fi. Not only that, but you have peace of mind that you're covered because we have this amazing 25x zoom PTZ camera that has auto tracking, AI tracking. It has auto paneling. You can zoom in, zoom out, control it from your phone or your Control4 user interface. Not only that, but you can access the clips from anywhere in the world. We do have different type of cameras laid out in this property, but I do want to highlight this one because it has a lot of cool features and it's one of my favorites. Cable management on the back of the TV is also very important. As you can see, we neatly dressed our switch that is hardwiring our television and our Roku. We also have our power management for everything that needs power. And then we have an audio extractor that's sending audio from the television into the matrix that's sending audio into the speakers in the ceiling. These speakers are already installed, they've been tressed out, and they're into the system. This is just one of those zones of audio where you can listen to music, or listen to what's on the TV, or watch what's on the TV, and it's all controllable from the app on your phone. Another part that's extremely important when it comes to building a smart home is communication between your integrator and whoever your GC is going to be. This house was a full remodel. Every single wall in this house almost was actually gutted out. We came in, we wired everything, and as you can see, there's certain areas that are still limited to access, but I did want to highlight that in order for your home automation project to be smooth, make sure that your integrator and GC have good communication to make sure that you don't have anyone stepping on tile that you're not supposed to. Understanding the features and the potential of your equipment is going to be very important in order for you to complete your smart home. One of the things that I want to highlight in this living room is that we're doing the Samsung Frame Pro. Why the Pro is because one of the features that they released is that the One Connect box is not wireless from the television. Previously, you had power going into the One Connect box and then a cable, fiber cable from there into your display, and everything was connected there. That forced us to have this big box in the back of the TV to house it. But with the Pro version, they steered away from that and made it wirelessly. In this scenario, it works out perfect because we do not have enough spacing on the back of this. This is a false wall built on a brick fireplace. So we don't have enough space to actually house that behind the television. So we're actually gonna send it to the bedroom behind it, connect the wires back there, send the audio into the rack so we can actually have a 5.1 surround sound in this room. Here shortly, we're gonna be mounting the TV on the other side. So let me show you how we do it. The type of mount that you pick for your television, it's also very important. Originally, there were just flat mounts, and they added tilt mounts, and then they added full motion mounts. This is actually a advanced tilt mount. What this does is it gives us enough separation from the TV and the wall in order for us to service, clean, and do anything that we have to do on the back of the TV, and then we can actually push it back and lock it in. These are the brackets that go on the back of the television. If you do not know how to mount a TV, we made a video about how to mount a TV, but today we'll give you a quick, fast recap on how to get it done. All right, that's a wrap. Back of the TV is set up. We went ahead and set up the VersaMount. Cable stills have to be organized, but at least we zip tied all of our equipment. As I mentioned, the One Connect box from the TV on the other side is gonna be housed here. The bracket on the wall is about to be mounted. So let's get this bad boy up. Knowing how to spread out your audio is going to be very important. As you can see, within a 50 feet radius, we have a 5.1 surround sound in the living room, a zone with a pair of speakers in the kitchen, and then a whole separate zone of audio in the seating area. Let's go in here and check it out. An espresso machine, a wet bar, and a cooler makes this the perfect room to hang out for your morning drinks or night drinks. I got a pair of speakers here for you to hang out with your friends, have a couple of drinks. Everything in the house can be integrated to one zone, or you can actually separate every single room so you can have a different vibe and a different experience. One of the biggest audio zones is the backyard that I'll show you earlier, but let's go out there and check it out a little bit more in detail. There's 8 satellite speakers and 1 subwoofer. What we did here is we actually buried 16-4 direct burial during the construction stages. And now we came back, we installed the speakers, we are setting it up. The amplification is upstairs. So these are some long runs. We actually had to account for the distance and some amp lossage. So we replaced the original amplifier than the client had because he actually brought these from his old home. We gave him something a little bit more powerful to give it more of a bang and a better audio experience. We show a lot of cool pools, and as I've said it previously, once we get to 10,000 subscribers, I'll jump in a pool to celebrate. But if you haven't subscribed to the channel, right now would be a perfect time. Leave us a comment. We do want to know what you think because our goal is to create the content that our viewers want to watch. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. We greatly appreciate it. Let's go back to the video. Security is going to give you peace of mind. And as I mentioned earlier, we do have a big PTZ camera to cover the entire backyard. But here we have another model. This is a dual lens 360 view IllumaView camera. All of these cameras have AI tracking features. And we also have a standard day and night color vision 4 megapixel camera up there. All of the cameras throughout the house have been selected based on the coverage in the area that they're going to be used. So do keep in mind that just because you have an 8-channel or a 16-channel DVR, all your cameras don't have to be the same. In this specific scenario and in some of our projects, we upgrade some of the cameras for a better security, coverage and better visibility at night. Not every room has the same design. We do everything based on how the room is laid out and what we're trying to accomplish. In this specific room, this is the game room. We have a 5.1 surround sound, unlike the other rooms that are just 2-channel stereo. This is very directional. We have a center, we have a right, we have a left, and we have surround speakers. Not only that, we actually have conduit between where the television is going to be located and this cabinet. Why? Because this is where our gaming station is going to be whenever it comes to gaming consoles like your Xbox, your PlayStation, your Switch. Those you want to keep local. The distance between your handheld remote and the console is limited, especially if you're taking it into a whole separate room. So those we keep local. The cabling from the rack has been sent to this cabinet. That way, once again, we can pull audio from all of these sources and we can hardwire all of the equipment. We're about to mount this television, so we'll be right back. All right, so the TV's up. It was mounted using an advanced tilt mount to allow us to work behind the TV and connect the final touches. We do have cabling between there and here. This is where our switch and our future components are going to be mounted. This is also where our network switch is going to hardwire all of the equipment. But this is what it takes to bring a smart home into reality. Today, we got a chance to show you some TV installations, some of the speakers, the rack, and how we're working on it. But you have to come back for phase 2 of this video. I thank you for tuning in today. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next one.